Good morning. It is 7:11 a.m. on Friday, August 20th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I have been poking around doing anything but recording this video for about an hour. This is 5 more minutes. Yeah, I'm just restless this morning. I think I know that I'm going back into the office today, and it's not that I don't want to. That's not it. It's more just like I'm in an avoidance mood. I think part of that is just that I'm getting close to the end of Subnautica, and I'm really having a lot of fun with that. And the new Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is now on PS5, so I'm going to finally play that game. I'm going to finish Subnautica first because I'm pretty close to the end, I think. And so I'm excited for that. And then later this evening, I've got the rescheduled Avatar Legends game. And so I've just got all of these other things that I'd rather be doing from working, ordinary stuff. And so I think my brain is wanting to think about those things instead. Yesterday proved what I have seen over and over again, but still repeatedly have to demonstrate to my own brain, which was that I have a mental pattern of feeling hesitation about things that I know that I'll enjoy. Excuse me, goodness, that yawn took me by surprise. I was talking yesterday about the idea of like feeling collectively like I'm doing too much stuff, but all of that stuff is the things that I'm doing because I have time to do things. And so I know in my own experience that when I set aside time to specifically not be for anything else, I tend to actually feel restless and unsatisfied with that time, as opposed to when I've done something more meaningful. But when I schedule all those more meaningful things and fill the time, it makes me feel like I've got no free time. It's a dilemma. It's a conundrum. But just yesterday was just a perfect illustration of, oh man, can't do anything this evening either because of the D&D game I'm playing, that I actually did go to and had a great time, and it was absolutely worthwhile, and I was glad that I did it. And so just this idea, I've talked about it with some like social engagements before, where essentially what happens is I'll get invited to a party or whatever, and I'll be thinking, yeah, that sounds great. I like those people. I'm going to go hang out. It's going to be a blast. But then, somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 to 48 hours ahead of time, my brain starts offering up, I don't know, doesn't it seem easier to just stay home and watch TV? I don't know, maybe it won't be that fun. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, that sort of stuff. And has in the past made me back out of things, but I find more often than not, especially as I get older and more self-aware of those patterns. Goodness, my brain is the part of my brain that gives me anxiety is trying to sabotage my mental growth. I've recognized that pretty reliably. If I recognize whenever those feelings come on, it's like, yes, that is always a thought or a feeling that I have in advance of something. But if I push through it and go to the thing anyway, I have a great time. And even on the rare occasions where it turns out to not be a great time, I can just leave and it's okay. So yeah, just this recognition that my brain is going to repeatedly offer up that idea, but I don't have to listen to it. And usually listening to it is, the choice to not listen to it is almost always the right one. Anyway, I think sometimes it's a dilemma because on the other hand, you do want to use your intuition and instincts, and occasionally I think there can be a tendency to agree to things that you don't really want to do, and so your instinct to not agree to something because you think it won't be a good time. Rocket's got something over there on the floor. But the key, at least for me, is when I get an offer or an invitation and I think that's going to be great, and it's only later in advance of actually doing the thing that I suddenly start to have those second thoughts. That's the ones to ignore. The instincts of like someone's inviting me to a party and I'm like, I don't know, that seems kind of sketchy. I'm not sure I want to do that. Or that's going to be really late at night and I have to work the next day. Or those sorts of things. Like the immediate hesitations, maybe listen to those. But the later ones, that's just an automatic brain circuit that, I wish I could turn off that subroutine. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes. I hope you all have a good Friday.